I'm worried about our kids, especially because so many of their leaders, like Andrew Tate, DJ Academics, and all these clowns, are giving them political opinions. Asmongold is a big guy. He is a gamer. Okay, he's a gaming YouTuber who is a Trump and Elon Musk ball gargler. Okay, and we had this story happen with the illegal removal of these men who they claimed were all gang members, and they sent them to El Salvadorian labor camps. Okay, so going through the comments first off, these are all kids, by the way. Okay, so this gamer gives dumb takes, and these kids comment, turn the plane around from a random judge in a random city ordering our president is crazy. We have co-equal branches of government. Okay, a federal court can 100% have a thing called judicial review. We have co-equal branches of government. If you believe that our president should be able to take random people off the street with no due process without proving they're actually members of gangs, then you are advocating for the same legal system. I'm just going to go right into it. As Nazi Germany, the same legal system. You believe we should be able to suspend our constitution and rights if our president says so. Our president can go tell anyone you are a terrorist and remove them and take them to a labor camp in El Salvador by your standard. The issue is that when you do not have due process, you can take people who are not actually in a gang. So we now know for a fact, that many people were taken on these flights that were innocent, going through a legal asylum process, and they had court dates scheduled to prove their tattoos were not affiliated with gangs. But of course, people that just hate other people and people that lack empathy, and all you kids don't care about that. You don't care about innocent people being sent to labor camps. You don't know who was on that plane. You don't know how many gang members. And by the way, if you want to take a true stance against gang members, a true stance to protect our communities in America, you would also want to know their names and also know more information about them. You would not you would not say, like, we need to get them out of the country by tomorrow, swiftly. Our Constitution, our government, every free society is founded on due process.
Defending its decision to send hundreds of alleged gang members to a super prison down in El Salvador.
And President Trump is thanking the country for taking all of those illegal migrants in.
Good job, El Salvador. One of the great stories in Central South America. Maddie Rivera is live in Washington. Maddie.
Hi, guys. Good morning. The president of El Salvador says more than 200 Aragua members arrived in the country over the weekend. He also says they received almost 24 MS-13 gang members from the U.S.
Gotta catch them all.
A senior Trump administration official tells our Bill Malugin 261.
Yeah, this is what Asmongold does. Gotta catch them all. He goes, yeah, gotta catch them all. And this is what kids are going after. This is what kids are believing on the internet.
Illegal aliens
Special cases?
El Salvador. In total, 101 were Venezuelans
What does that mean?
via Title VIII, and 137 were deported through the Alien Enemies Act of 1798. And that's what's been causing a lot of controversy.
And everyone's saying W El Salvador. They have a dictatorship there. It's a dictatorship. When they talk about Hungary and El Salvador and Russia being super cool, all these kids love these countries. There's a reason Hitler is becoming popular on the internet again, on Joe Rogan, on Stephen A. Smith, on Theo Von. There's a reason Hitler is becoming popular in America, and it's because of people like this. Asmongold is the new Nazi propagandist. So is Joe Rogan. They're advocating for authoritarian dictatorship to overrun American democracy.
This wartime authority gives the president the power to deport non-citizens without a judicial hearing during a period of war or invasion. The act has
A period of war.
Well, there it is.
only been used 3
Well,
other
there
times
it
in
is.
American
Dude, this amazing commentary. Just signal boosting it.
history. This is the first time it's
There
been
it
invoked
is.
since World War II.
Wow.
The
And
president
by the way, if you watch this video, okay, and if you want to talk to me, make sure you comment on my channel or go and join a live stream. Okay, join my Discord. We can schedule a time to talk. I want to make sure all of you know how wrong you are, because it really is pathetic that you want to give up on America and the thoughts of America and the ideas of America and the principles of a free society just because you're a dumbass on the internet.
is justifying its use.
Some that are wanted in El Salvador?
Well,
Yeah, I
this
heard
is a
about
time
that.
of war, because Biden allowed millions of people, many of them criminals, many of them at the highest level. They empty jails out. Other nations empty their jails into the United States. That's an invasion.
On Saturday, a federal judge ordered the Trump administration to stop removals under the act to see if its invocation is legal, and he ordered deportation flights to turn around. But the White House says the planes were already outside of U.S. airspace, so they argue the judge's ruling
That doesn't matter.
no longer applied. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt says the administration
Yeah, that's hilarious. You realize that same legal precedent can be used for anything. So, if you're going to say that our Constitution and laws do not apply outside of American borders, therefore you can take an American citizen out of American borders and execute them if you're in international waters. That's so stupid. So you're saying a citizen in another country is not going to be guaranteed any rights. You're saying someone from America, anywhere outside of America, you could just take them outside of America. If they get you outside of the border, everywhere is just void of rights. You could just do whatever you want to them. You could torture them. You could beat them. You could sexually assault them. You can kill them. By that legal definition, by that legal justification, you could do anything to anyone. You get a random guy off the street, get in the van, get in a plane over international waters, we can kill you. Legally speaking, their argument here, what he just laughed at, legally speaking, that'd be acceptable.
Administration did not
I don't think
refuse
that's how
to
it
comply
works.
with a court order.
Okay, well, he says I don't think. Okay, he says I don't think that's how it works. But I guarantee you, this guy's gonna be clapping along like a dumbass seal when they show the deportation videos.
Goes on to say federal courts generally have no jurisdiction over the president's conduct of foreign affairs, adding a single judge in a single city cannot direct the movements of an aircraft carrier full of alien terrorists who are physically expelled from U.S. soil.
Man.
The temporary restraining order is in effect for 14 days and hearing is scheduled on March 21st. Lawrence, Ainsley, and Brian.
All right.
Maddie, it's incredible.
I'm sorry, bro. I want to make content about this because kids are watching it, but it's so painful. I can't do it. I can't watch a 26-minute video about this.
Thank you so much. When you look at their rap sheets, it's hard to believe that some judge was saying, keep them here in America. Because they are
This is
alleged
painful.
gang members, and their rap sheets are long. These are career criminals that were in America, in this great country of El Salvador. The president there working hand in hand
I
with
can't
Donald
believe he
Great country of El
released
Salvador.
a video
It's
about this.
crazy.
That was fucking hilarious.
Trump.
Yeah, bro, that's hilarious. Showing people being thrown around like animals with their heads shoved down, being forcefully shaved, knowing many of them are innocent people. We have a orchestral rap beat in the background to make the kids like it, because it's really cool to justify human atrocities. If you ever wonder how they worked their way up to Nazi Germany, by the way, it's the same exact arguments, same exact mentalities, same exact thing. The propaganda here is North Korean-esque.
Decided they can come here. And you see in the video their
keep them
heads
here in
are being
America?
forced
Yeah, I know.
down. They're being transported.
And you know what? I don't care anymore. I really don't care anymore. Because I do care. I do care about presentation. But we got to call it out for what it is, bro. We got to call it out for what it is. J.D. Vance is talking about multiculturalism killing every free society. Same argument Hitler made. Did multiculturalism kill Nazi Germany? No, Hitler did. The arguments, against multiculturalism killed it. They're arguing that that Donald Trump's above all checks and balances, above all law, just like Hitler did. The big thing Hitler did is he made it legal to suspend the Constitution during emergencies or wartime. That's what Trump is trying to do here, essentially, with his wartime or national emergency powers. Not at all justified whatsoever. We're not being invaded by a foreign nation, and I mean the only time we use that an alien seditions or alien enemies act is when we commit human atrocities. When Adams did that in friggin' 1798, it was not constitutional then. Much of it was a huge threat to freedom. They ended up going after American citizens, by the way, who disagreed with the president. You were not allowed to criticize the president. Just today, by the way, someone from France came to the American borders and was denied entry because ICE detained him, took his phone, scanned his phone, and found that he had anti-Trump messaging on it. And because he has anti-Trump messaging, they sent him back. Just because it's anti-Trump. Freedom of speech in America, the First Amendment rights that we have are gone. Until further notice. And people that think it just applies to U.S. citizens, that's not true. The idea that we can arrest a French tourist for their speech, in the Constitution it says all people in America are guaranteed freedom of speech, of protest, of assembly. You have to realize you're being anti-American. You are un-American if you are sympathetic to these arguments. Okay, I have enough clickbait here. I have enough clickbait for the YouTube title. I can't do this anymore. I mean, if you guys want to talk about Asmongold, then feel free.